We'll continue looking at our national curriculum in the Pakistani context. And now we're going to see the relationship between the information provided in the document and the textbook's writing, right? So the question that we need to address and we need to really look into in this while analyzing this, critically analyzing this document is what's the relationship between textbook and the curriculum, and what sort of information, in other words, is given for the writers to prepare or write, produce textbooks. So these are the questions we're going to see in depth here while analyzing this document. Well, there's the topic, the subtopic we're going to see in detail, right? And well, the role of textbooks in the Pakistani educational context is very important, as it's been clearly acknowledged in the document that a textbook remains one of the most extensively used resources in Pakistani classrooms, as learning materials are not easily available in some teaching learning contexts. So might be here this quote here taken from the national curriculum document indicates that the writers, the planners or the designers have admitted that in some of schools or colleges, maybe even, I mean, in some rural areas, textbooks are the main resource for language teaching, because the materials or the supplementary materials, or even maybe the teachers lack training to create materials for language teaching. So that's due to this, the emphasis is here on using textbooks for language teaching. Let's continue discussing the future, suggestions as laid down in the document. Well, textbook will not be the only resource used for assessment. Instead, it will be a contributing resource. So here, if we look critically at this quote here taken from the national curriculum document, it reveals that now the emphasis is on teachers to create materials to help their teaching in the classroom with some additional materials, maybe materials taken from internet or authentic, or some localized materials or indigenous materials to supplement their teaching. So this is how it's been acknowledged that textbooks are one of the main resources to be used, but in some contexts, if teachers want to go beyond the textbooks, they could. And the assessment, which means assessment at school levels from grade 1 to 8 maybe, and from grade 9 to 10, we've got board exams throughout the country, and from grade 11 to 12 again we've got board exams. So the teachers are restricted to follow from grade 9 to 10 and 11 to 12. They are restricted to follow the textbooks, because final exams will be from those textbooks. But for the lower grades, I mean the initial grades from 1 to 8, the teachers might take the liberty to use or create materials. But it indicates that the reason why the main emphasis again and again is the use of textbooks for reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Maybe the teachers lack training, right? So this document, this quote here indicates that the teachers need to engage themselves with the textbooks, which means they don't need to use the textbooks passively. Rather, they should become active in terms of the use of textbooks, and they need to adapt and adopt some additional materials taken from internet, or as we have already discussed these ones, or some activities which they could bring in the classroom to enhance the language learning experiences of the students. So in brief, the relationship between textbooks and textbooks writing and document is quite clear, and it's been admitted that textbooks will be one of the main resources for language teaching across the country.